Hey there, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Charlotte with Colorful Teaching for You, and today we're going to look at 4 strong classroom community building activities that you can use in your classroom right away. As teachers, we have so much to prep for, right? Our lesson plans, a classroom, just so many things that planning for classroom community building tends to be something that we do at the very end, or we just rush through it if at all possible. But it is one of the most important things that we'll ever do, even more so than the curriculum, because when we are able to build that strong classroom community, we teach our children that they have a nice, safe place that they can be happy and they can learn. And when they feel safe, then they naturally will want to apply themselves in that classroom and take the risks that they need to in order to succeed. So let's get started right away. The first activity that we're going to be working on is creating learning goals. Now here, I want you to ask your kids, what do they want to learn about? What are they excited to learn about? Talk about reward systems as well. So if they do really well for an extended period of time, or if they work on a task together really well, then you might, for example, give them, I don't know, throw a party, or might hand out some popsicles. So look for a reward system because it's going to give that incentive to learn. Okay, so it's a two-part. You're creating a goal, and then also if they're staying on task, what's their reward? The second activity is play games together. Okay, so here, take some icebreakers, play them together. There's so many different icebreakers. You can do the snowball effect. You could just ask them about their names, one thing that's positive about themselves, one thing they want to work on, and so much more. In fact, in the description, I'm going to link to some awesome games that you can play with your class. Okay, so I hope you play some games because it's actually one of the more fun ways to build classroom community. The third one is focus on gratitude. So one of the reasons I do this is because not every child is able to see the beauty in their lives, and so I like to take a moment to reflect on all the things that are going well and give thanks for that. And I actually have them reflect in a reflection guide, and then I ask them to share at least one thing. So one thing that's not overly personal with the class, because if I have, say, 25 or 30 or 35 children in my class, let's go for 30 as a nice round number, then each of your children are exposed to about 29 or 30, including myself, 30 different things that we can be grateful for. And so if you do it on day 1 and then you do it on day 2, they already have heard about 30 before they even get to day 2, right? So I like to do gratitude, and if you're looking for some gratitude journals, I will link to a bunch of them in the description as well. Now the fourth thing I like to work on is teaching classroom expectations. This is very important. A lot of times we breeze over this and we don't spend enough time on it. So what I like to do is I like to write in advance first what my classroom expectations are. Then as a class we get together and we come up with a list that they want as well. So we might modify my list, which is perfectly fine. And then once we've all agreed on the classroom expectations, we review it together, we sign it so that they take ownership of it, then I get it laminated and I post it in different places where it's visible to them. So if they ask me a question and it's part of the expectations, I just point to it and they know exactly what I'm talking about. Now I don't just leave it on that first day. We actually review it, we practice it. So it's getting up and practicing. How do we stand in a line? How do we use listening ears? Or if it's in high school, how do we pay attention to each other? How do we respect another child when they're talking, right? We need to listen just like we want people to listen to us. So we review all of those. We practice it in the beginning, we practice it every day. Then I spread it out every few days, and then I minimize it to every week. And then when my children actually need it, because kids forget, right, over time, especially after breaks. So those are our four classroom management or 4 classroom community building activities. So far, let's recap. We've talked about the importance of building classroom community, and then we've looked at 4 different strategies. One is create learning goals, the second is to play games together, the third is focus on gratitude, and the fourth is teach classroom expectations. So If these resonated with you, I hope you try them out, and if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message. In the meantime, remember to create, experience, and teach from the heart, and I will see you again same place, same time next week at 5:30 p.m. Take care, my friends. Bye.